First steps to a blooming creative practice is empathy. That's right. If you can't have empathy for yourself, you're not going to be able to sustain a creative practice. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I know for myself, and I've recently experienced this, where I've been going to bed really late doing work. I've been getting up early. And then I've been going in, delivering curriculum, working with students, having a lot of emotional exchanges. And I rinse and repeat and do it over again. And the first thing to leave my mind, the forefront, is the creative practice. The creative practice is the first thing to go. And yet it is the one thing that helps me complete my stress cycle. Exercise leaves, eating really well leaves, sleep leaves, all the things that feed the creative mind leave the building. So, how can we use design to help us come back to that and reconnect to our practice, or develop a creative practice, reconnect to our creative practice, spark our creative practice, or just get us in touch with how we desire to be creative and connect with our creativity? Well, first we need to take a hint from the engineers and designers of the world. We, as a collective world, use a lot of products. Those products don't just pop into people's head and they don't just start making it. Those products, they put a lot of time and effort into understanding you and I, the users, right? They go out, they interview, they watch people, they observe people using them, they test the market, they get feedback, they do all these things, and then they release the products out into the wild, and then they continue to get feedback, right? Have you ever left a review for a restaurant or a product? I bet you have. Or you've at least thought about it in your head. This is how products get made in the world. And your creative practice is a product for yourself. And the first step to that is empathy. Empathy is observing how you are in the world, immersing yourself in your very own shoes, and reflecting on how things affect you. I will say, as a person who is bringing more creativity to wannabe creatives, helping them develop these creative practices that they want to get in touch with, or want to reconnect with, or want to level up with, the first thing that people say to me is, I don't have time for creativity. Creativity, no, 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 no. Remember back to my story of my rapid week where I have been overwhelmed, very stressed, and I said the first thing to go is the creative practice. That is the thing that goes away first, is creativity, because we don't put it high on the pedestal like we do many other things, because quite frankly, it's not making us the money that we need to live and survive, right? It's not helping us to connect with others in the way that we think it helps us connect with other people. And people just don't make it a priority. And I'm here to help you make your creativity a priority. And the way you're going to do that is, first stop, having empathy for yourself. If it's a good enough process for the engineers, designers out there, it's good enough for us to help us develop our creative practice. So how can you start to empathize with yourself so that you will make more space, make more time to play, be joyful? One thing that you can do is first Sit in your zone of desire. What is it that you really want? Not what you think people want you to want, but what do you truly want? What are you passionate about? Write all those things down. Some ways to think about this is to think about, like, when I was a kid, the first thing that I would want to do when I woke up on a Saturday morning is blank. I am most joyful when blank. So when I was a kid, the first thing I would want to do on a Saturday morning is, you got it, watch Saturday morning cartoons while eating a healthy bowl of sugary cereal. Okay, was that the best thing to do on a Saturday morning? Maybe not, but it brought me joy. And I would I would I would like to say that it was creative. I would look at those cartoons and think, what's a story I could come up with? Could I figure out how to make my own cartoon? I was connecting the dots and the possibility. So creativity doesn't have to be creating a thing. It can be an action. It can be a feeling. It can be exploration, curiosity, asking questions. That could be creativity. The thing that brings me the most joy is, actually, when I think about that, the thing that brings me most joy is observing the world. Like, I think this is why I love my morning walks that I do around my neighborhood. And I have been missing them because just of my work schedule. But I realize that the morning walk isn't just about exercise. For me, it is about the curiosity of the world around me. And I love to observe and look at colors and the sights and the sounds and the smells. All those things are super important to me in terms of activity. So when you have this list of activities, things that you'd like to do, or things you used to do, or things that seem, I don't know, like a reasonable expectation, like an activity would be like sleep, photographing things, cooking more, dancing, listening to music, watching more movies, learning a new thing once a month. Those are all worthy activities and creative endeavors and possibilities. The next thing, though, that you want to do to connect to that empathy level is thinking about those activities. Which ones bring you the most joy? Which ones bring up your energy levels? Which ones make you most excited? Rate them on a scale from meh to yes, super excited, or to I could leave that on the side, to yes, it brings me, sparks joy, sparks the magic and the energy. And then take a look at the results. What are the activities that bring you high energy and joy? Those are the places you want to start, right? So that's one way to empathize with yourself in terms of thinking about activities that could become part of your creative practice. You see where we're going. Another way to do this would be I suggest creating a mind map. So put creativity in the center and then just start drawing spokes. When I think of creativity, I think of drawing, I think of photography, I think of recipes, I think of playing music. There was one point in my life where I wanted to learn how to play the cello. As a child, I played the violin, and as an adult, I became enamored with the cello, and so much that I even made the step to buy one. But time was not on my side, so I decided to get rid of it. But again, maybe that wasn't the creative part of my creative practice of now. I'm not going to let go of it. It's probably part of the creative practice of the future. But for now, no cello. But I'm going to put it down in my mind map, right? Because that's something that I've been thinking about, is learning to play another instrument. Um, what else? Building sandcastles. I've always wanted to do that. Go to the beach, build some sandcastles. Part of my creative practice is just walking, meditating, observing the world. And then when you make a spoke, make another spoke. So when I say photography, that could be taking shots of my food. It could be photographing the flowers in the outside world. Part of my photographic practice, which has fallen to the side because I haven't been thinking about it a lot, is something I call the macro concept. It's an Instagram. I haven't been keeping up with it, but look it up if you like. I love taking pictures of things that are really close up. Okay. I'm not sure me being close up is a great thing, but I hope you enjoyed that moment. So think about those things, map them out. You'll get a better sense of like where you want to be creative in the world. That's another thing. And another way to empathize with yourself is write down a list of questions. The greatest empathy tool that designers have is the power of the interview and asking people why. So when you have that list of things that you want to do that is in your zone of desire that you've been putting on the wayside, write it down and then ask yourself why you want to do that thing. So something that I have been remiss to include in my creative practice as of late is dance. I love to dance. I danced as a child. I danced as an adult. Dance is what got me through graduate school, post-graduate school. Dance is what got me through my trying times when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up, which, we're all still figuring that out. But dance. So that's it. Dance is in my zone of creativity, my zone of desire. So I'm going to ask myself, well, why dance? Dance is something that's great exercise and it makes me come alive. Well, why does it make you come alive? Well, dance makes me come alive because when I'm doing it, the world stops. Well, explain to me why the world stops when you're dancing. Well, the world stops when I'm dancing because I'm in my body. I feel everything. The music is embodied in my soul. Why do you need the music to be embodied in your soul? Well, if the music is embodied in my soul, I feel alive. I feel connected to what I'm doing. I feel a part of the world. And there you have it. There's a great reason to have a creative practice, to feel a part of the world and feel connected to the world. All right. So to recap, some ways that you can build more empathy for yourself to get a little closer to why a creative practice is important to you is one, you can, what was the first thing that, come up with a list of your activities and rate them based on how much joy they bring you, the energy levels they bring you. Rate them on different scales and then take a look at that. Do a mind map. What are the things that you desire? What are the things that make you happy? What will make your creative practice be joyful? And then lastly, question, wonder, interview yourself. All right, you say you want to be more creative, but you're not making enough time to do that. Ask yourself, why aren't you making the time? Why is this important to yourself? Why do you want to do this very thing? And as you start to reflect, you're going to start to connect more to, oh, yes, I need this practice so that I'm not stressed, so that I can not feel anxious, so that I can feel more connected to the world and what I'm doing and where I am, my place in it. I want to know what you discover when you interview yourself, when you do a little deeper reflection and think more about who you are in this world. And yes, let me know. Let me know. Okay, so now that we have thought about how to do a little empathy with ourselves and our creative practice, I'm going to end our session with a creative affirmators card. And I'll pull one, see what is shaken out. We're just pulling. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I got a bonus card. I've never got a bonus card before. I feel like we won the jackpot or something. Bonus. It's about passion. All right. Been hiding your light under a rock? Keeping your artistic inclinations a secret? Resisting labels like artist, maker, or kind of semi-creative type person in favor of more mainstream monikers, accountant, teacher, marching band mom? This card is rocketing in like thunderbolt to clear those dismissive apologies away and allow the burning, turning, balls to the wall passion living within you to radiate outwards. No more days half lived. No more dreams left unspoken. Your moment is now. The world is ready. And the inspiration you've been waiting for is you. Now hurry up and staple some wings on your shoes. That magic ain't gonna make itself. OMG. Passion, empathy, the inspiration you have been waiting for is you. Let me know in the comments how you would like to build and grow your creative practice. If you're looking for more ways to get creative, come join my Innovation Sanctuary. It's a Facebook community helping you move from burnout to creativity and joy. And I bring a lot of creative exercises and reflective activities to help you think about how you can be more creative in your day-to-day life. If you like what you see, subscribe and like this video. And until next time, I hope that you go out there remembering that your inspiration is you. You got it. Be an empathy detective and see what you can uncover.